Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a really interesting video that I think most of us have experienced this subject, and it's how to get yourself out of a rut. I'm sure that a lot of us go through times in our lives where we just feel super blaish about whatever is going on, and it's totally normal, and I think all of us go through it. So I just wanted to share with you a few of my top tips that I do myself and love and encourage you to do if you feel like you need a little more motivation, a little more support, and a little more get you out of your yucky zone. That's me pushing you forward. Go forward. I wanted to say a huge thank you to Skillshare for collaborating with me and sponsoring this video. Thank you, Skillshare. So these tips are really all about what you can do to motivate yourself. If you are in the business to be your own cheerleader, these tips are for you. First things first is your space. It's such a simple tip, and I'm sure you've heard it before, but having an organized space, cleaning your space, reorganizing your stuff is actually a really good booster for your mood and just for your whole kind of overall feeling. I'm not a super clean person, and I'm okay admitting it. I throw things on the floor, my stuff is everywhere, my husband is also not the best. So I do feel when my space is clean and there's actually room to breathe and some fresh flowers and a little candles, it actually makes me feel better. It makes me feel like I can get my life together again. So that small tip of even doing that, just taking the day to organize your room, your home, will make a huge difference, and maybe will help you to kind of get inspired to start doing some other things. The second tip is also a really obvious one, but I did want to mention it, and it's meditation. I wanted to mention it for a few reasons. First of all, because I think meditation in today's world and society is so crucial. We are so connected all the time. There's this constant source of information coming our way from everywhere. So I think just really learning how to be still is an amazing skill to acquire. But I do understand that meditation can be very challenging to certain people, and what I found is that instead of putting myself in this box of what meditation should be, which is sitting down and crossing your legs and humming for 20 seconds, for 20 minutes 2 times a day, I know that doesn't work for me. So for me, meditation means any activity or anything that I can do to really kind of let my mind just air out in a way. Some of my favorite ways to meditate is keeping a journal, which I think is also always wonderful. I'm a big fan of the 5-minute journal. Also to put some music on and to be in the kitchen, being crafty, just something that really kind of puts me in my zone. Another thing that I truly love is to even just walk outside, go for a little walk without music, without nothing, and really force myself to notice small little things. Gives you some sort of perspective in life, which is really weird. It's those simple things that remind you, how wonderful life is. So I think that always boosts my mood. It always makes me feel a little better, a little more inspired, a little more motivated. There's also great apps out there to help you meditate if you are a newbie and really want to get into the more traditional meditating methods. So those are always great. The next thing is something that is so important that we always, I feel, need to keep in the back of our minds, and that's learning something new. So a lot of us are getting stuck in a routine, feeling uninspired. So I'm always such a big supporter of learning something new, something that will challenge you, that will take you out of your comfort zone and take you out of your routine, which will then take you out of your rut. This is where Skillshare comes into the picture for me. I've worked with Skillshare before. Skillshare is an online platform for courses that has over 19,000 classes in different subjects such as videography, photography, business, leadership, cooking. There's so many different things that you can learn there. Some of the courses that I've been loving this month is the Presentation Essentials. So it's How to Share Ideas and Inspire Action by Simon Sinek. I'm actually also reading his book right now. Another thing is Productivity Habits that will get you to be on top of your time management. So these are the things that I know I can learn so much more about and can actually develop myself in them. So if there's any areas you're passionate about, want to learn, well, their premium membership starts with $10 per month, but we got a little something for you guys. The first 399 people who will go to the website through the link in the description box will get a 2-month free membership. So it's a great way for you guys to get a taste of what Skillshare is, learn something new, and you better get on it quickly because those spots usually go really quickly. The next thing is talking to someone. Talking to someone can really help, and I'm not even talking about going to like a professional person, but even talking to a good friend or someone that's not maybe so close but you feel like you can share some things with them. You'll be surprised how many people feel the same way, and I think that's part of the beautiful thing about humanity. We can all communicate and relate to each other, and maybe you'll talk to someone that actually been through it and can give you some tips, or just like even letting it all out and voicing it and just, you know, letting it kind of go out there. That's always a huge help. I think that in any situation, if you feel in a rut, if you feel depressed and motivated, talking to someone always helps, rather than just kind of close off and feel that you're the only one in this situation. So find a family member, a friend. Even online, there's so many forums that will be a great space for you to share your experiences or feelings. A lot of people feel the same way, so don't be shy and don't be embarrassed about it, and just talk. Then I'm gonna talk about a touchy subject, and that's putting away your technology. I know this is really difficult, but at times where we feel extra fragile and extra kind of sensitive to, you know, different things like comparison and things like that, I think that social media sometimes can be a little bit of a tricky area to be in. Even just putting your phone away, giving you a little detox time out of technology, because we kind of feel iffy about our own lives, going through social media and seeing all these beautiful photos and everyone smiling and happy and achieving all these great things. It's at those times our mind may interpret it as a negative thing, and we're gonna start comparing ourselves, and it's just gonna keep pushing us down that rut. So taking a few days off and just really focusing on doing things that makes you happy will be always a great suggestion. Next thing is to something that we don't do enough, and that's treat yourself. And it doesn't have to be something extravagant or expensive. You don't have to go to like some crazy spa or, you know, doing anything like out of the ordinary. Sometimes for me it means to go to like a bookstore and just look through books and find something that really I connect to and get like a really inspiring book. That's treating myself. Sometimes it's going for a walk and getting myself, you know, the smoothie that I love, and just spend a few hours by myself drinking my smoothie. So just things like that that makes you feel a little happier, a little better, a little more comforting. I'm always all about it. And in general, treat yourself more. We deserve it. We like work really hard and life is so hard, and just enjoy it. That was not motivating at all. Life was so hard. Next thing is setting goals and making plans. After you take a day or two off to just kind of not necessarily right away run into an action plan to try to save yourself from this rut, but once you kind of digest it, try the small little tips that I mentioned before, and when you're ready to start actually making some serious moves, I'm always all about setting goals. So a lot of us sometimes feel that some areas in our life are kind of blah. So look into these areas. Is it your job? Is it something that you can not necessarily even change? I'm not recommending to quit your job and like find something else you want to do, but even, you know, trying to find a way to make that area a little more interesting and a little more challenging for you, put those attainable goals on paper and start building like a small little plan. I know that sometimes when we want something and we have this big goal on a piece of paper, we're like, how the hell do we even get there? But that's when you start putting those little steps in, like revamping a resume, attending different events, start networking in an industry that you would like to be in, learning something new from that industry using Skillshare, let's say. So all those little things can really start putting, you know, that plan together, and writing them down and putting them on a piece of paper will promote a more action out of you. So that's definitely something that I love doing. And then the last thing is something so obvious, I'm like gonna roll my eyes saying it, but oh my god, you guys know what it is. Exercise. You know what, I'm not even gonna expand on it. We all know the benefits of exercise. We all know how good it is for our brain, for our bodies to feel better, to help us physically and mentally. So I'm not even gonna bore you with all the details. Just go and do something. Go take a new class, go for a walk, go to like a hip-hop dance class, which is on my list. I just feel kind of awkward doing it right now because I'm like super pregnant. It's gonna be super weird, but maybe I'll do it. Why not? I'll do it. Maybe I'll take Emma with me to film it, because if I'm already embarrassing myself, might as well be recorded. So exercise, exercise, exercise. It can be 5 minutes, it can be 10 minutes, you can go for a walk, you can go through the garbage, the next neighborhood. Just do something. It will help. It will get you out of bed, it will get you moving, it will get you going. Do it. And that's really it. Those are my 8 top tips that I do and practice myself that inspire me, motivate me, give me that little spark of like, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. So if you feel that you are in that place in your life, try some of these out. Let me know if these work out for you, and let me know if you have any tips or anything that you do when you feel like you have a blah period in your life. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you so much Skillshare for collaborating with me again for this video. It's a pleasure to work with a platform like yours, and I hope you guys will get the chance to get on this amazing offer in the description box as mentioned. Thank you guys, and I'll see you next time.